Before we get into the video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you're new. Now let's begin. Number 1, Aries. You'll think you know a lot about love from the very beginning. After all, you have the habit of having unending confidence, which makes you a bit of a know-it-all. But it won't be until later, when you've gone through enough breakups and finally found the one, that you'll realize you knew nothing in your 20s. Expect true love enlightenment in your late 30s. Number 2, Taurus. You're a long-term relationship person. You want something for the long haul, and always look for the people who will want to grow old with you. While that's valiant, you won't learn until your 40s that you need to find someone equally in love with the homebody life. But when you find them, everyone will see how strong your bond is. Number 3, Gemini. While you might not fully accept it until years later, you'll learn the most about love in your late 20s after your first big heartbreak. Up until then, you were the heartbreaker. Once you're finally on the other side, you'll get the full picture of just how earth-shattering it is to have the love of your life and what you thought was so perfect. Number 4, Cancer. Your empathy skills might make you think you have love all figured out before you even hit 18, but that's not quite true. For you, you'll have several moments in life when you'll learn a big lesson in love. In your mid-20s, you'll learn about heartbreak. In your 30s, you'll learn that you deserve better than the bare minimum. Every decade will have a big lesson, but your 30s will be the biggest. Number 5, Leo. Unfortunately, it sometimes takes failure after failure for you to learn a lesson for good. You'll be closer to your late 30s or early 40s before you learn from the mistakes you're making in love. But that's okay. Just as long as you eventually figure out that you need to like people for who they are, and not for the image of them you have in your head. Number 6, Virgo. Unlike some zodiac signs on this list, it doesn't take multiple failures in order for you to learn something. When you have your first big long-term relationship and its subsequent breakup, you're going to walk away with a list of love lessons that you'll take with you until the end of time. For you Virgo, that'll probably happen in your early 20s. Number 7, Libra. As the serial monogamist that you are, you'll have all sorts of opportunities to learn about love and have personal growth over the years. It won't be one big moment that changes everything, but a slow progression to enlightenment as you get older. Because of this, an age is harder to pin down for you, but expect that you're a love sage by the end of your 40s. Number 8, Scorpio. You likely won't be surprised to see that you're going to learn your biggest love lesson later in life. You're well aware that you put up really high walls in order to protect yourself. It won't be until you finally let down your guard with someone that you'll get a good look into what love can really do, and that'll probably be in your 40s. Number 9, Sagittarius. Love isn't usually your main concern. Perhaps if you put more of a focus on love early in your life, you'd be entering your 30s wise in love. But your attention is on other things, like adventures, hanging out with friends, and finding your dream career. Because of this, you won't get your first big opportunity to learn about love until your late 30s. Number 10, Capricorn. It'll be hard for your biggest love lessons to happen earlier in life because you'll be spending so much of your 20s avoiding the prospect. You don't want to learn anything, you're fine the way you are. But sometimes love and heartbreak finds us when we least expect it. By then, you'll have no choice but to learn some harsh lessons in love. For you, that'll probably be in your mid-30s. Number 11, Aquarius. Your lesson will happen later than everyone else. Like Sagittarius, your mind's on other things. But even when you enter a relationship, it often doesn't occur to you that your partner might be experiencing things differently than you. It'll take a big life change later in life, like in your 40s or 50s, that will propel you to a bigger understanding about love. Number 12, Pisces. While you'll learn a lot about love from watching the couples around you as you grow up, that'll give you a bit of false confidence that you have the whole love thing figured out. It won't be until at least your early 30s before you realize that it takes actually being in an epic relationship before you truly know what love means.